Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Jimmy Butler has brought new life to the Warriors, and this positive energy has had an effect. Butler is also quickly getting along with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. But will the Warriors be able to win a championship with this roster? If this doesn't happen, the Warriors will try to sign Kevin Durant again, and for this to happen, one of the stars will have to leave, and in this case Stephen Curry is guaranteed to play with Kevin Durant. It will be necessary to give up Draymond Green or Jimmy Butler. Even if he has a great season, Butler could leave the Warriors if Kevin Durant is signed. Phoenix Suns superstar Kevin Durant recently sat down with ESPN's Malika Andrews to dispel some false rumors about his relationship with the Golden State Warriors. Reports were swirling around this season's NBA trade deadline that Durant had expressed an unwillingness to be traded to Golden State this season. And while those reports were not false, much of the speculation surrounding the supposed reasons for Durant's decision was not accurate. Even Warriors head coach Steve Kerr didn't truly understand why Durant didn't want to be traded to Golden State before the deadline, as Kerr's recent comments about KD clash with Durant's more recent revelations regarding KD's true intentions. "I don't blame Kevin one bit for not wanting to rerun things here," Kerr said. "He took so much for oh, you're jumping on the bandwagon, and then he's the finals MVP 2 years in a row and he still gets criticized. Why would he want to face all that BS again?" When Durant talked with Andrews during the All-Star break, KD shut down the notion that he harbored any animosity towards the Warriors or had any issues with his time in Golden State. "People talk crazy about me all the time," Durant told Andrews. That's not the reason why I didn't want to come back. I just didn't want to get traded midway through the season. And there was nothing against my time with the Warriors, or like I heard it's because I, allegedly, don't like Draymond. At the end of the day, I just didn't want to move, and I think I wanted to see it through, with my team in Phoenix and see what we could do the rest of the season. So I'm glad I'm still there." Durant's comments were fascinating because they completely reopened the possibility of KD reuniting with Stephen Curry as early as this summer. The problem for the Warriors is financial in that regard. After acquiring Jimmy Butler at the deadline, the Warriors are now paying big money to Curry and Butler through 2026 to 27, not to mention that they owe Green more than $50 million over the next 2 seasons. To acquire Durant, the Warriors would probably have to trade Green, and even then, they'd be looking at a near-impossible cap situation with Butler, Curry, and KD all on the roster. Should the Warriors have stayed put at the deadline and gone after Durant this summer, rather than acquire Butler? That's a difficult argument to make, considering Butler greatly enhances the Warriors in the immediate time frame and there's no guarantee with KD. Golden State could also think outside the box and trade Butler in a deal for Durant, although Butler cannot be moved until August 6. There are different ways the Warriors could make this reunion happen, and it sounds like KD wouldn't be against it. Steve Kerr explains creating unique Warriors lineup with Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler at different positions. "We've got a lot of." Steve Kerr chose to craft a new starting lineup and use Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green in a bold way. The Golden State Warriors are trying to find their groove after the Jimmy Butler trade. Acquiring a superstar of Butler's caliber is great, but presents new challenges. The former All-Star has to adapt to a whole new set of teammates. For the most part, Draymond Green has been a welcoming presence for Jimmy Butler. Green has boldly claimed that the Golden State Warriors are trying to win the NBA championship this season. Stephen A. Smith praised Green's mentality but doubted their ability to get things done. Even Stephen Curry backed Green's championship promise. As for Jimmy Butler, he also wants to win a championship and has relied on Draymond Green to show him the ropes quite a bit. In an effort to try and bolster their championship hopes, Steve Kerr has presented a new lineup for the Warriors. and it is one that is slightly controversial. Steve Kerr explains the new lineup. Steve Kerr spoke ahead of the Golden State Warriors game against the Sacramento Kings. He noted that he would play Draymond Green at center and Jimmy Butler at power forward. Kerr believes that what the lineup sacrifices in depth, they gain in aggression and basketball IQ, which gives them an edge for the rest of the season. I think it's the best two-way starting lineup we can put on the floor. With Draymond, Green, and Jimmy, Butler, at the 5 and the 4, defensively behind the play. We lack size, but we've got a lot of brainpower back there. View tweet. Kerr seems to be confident that playing with this small ball lineup will give the Warriors the best chance to win. Read more. Golden State Warriors legend has unfiltered take on Jimmy Butler's Miami Heat drama, "You can't. The Warriors must go on a run." Currently, the Warriors are 10th in the Western Conference with a 28-27 record. If they want to make a championship push, they must improve on this record. The Warriors have 26 games remaining and must try and win at least 15 of them so that they can have a strong record. At this point in the season, it is unlikely the Warriors climb high enough in the West to avoid the play-in tournament. But given how Jimmy Butler has been able to reach the NBA Finals from the play-in before, they will still feel confident about their chances if they get things running. Steph Curry has done what no NBA guard since Michael Jordan has. The Golden State Warriors have had an up-and-down season, currently holding a 29-27 record. They are the 9th seed in the Western Conference. They have managed a 6-4 record in their last 10 outings. Despite these challenges, the team has shown they have the talent to make it to the playoffs, especially with the arrival of Jimmy Butler after the NBA trade deadline. Statistically, the Warriors have averaged 105.8 points per game, with a field goal percentage of 44% and a three-point percentage of 35.9%. Their defensive rating stands at 112.4, indicating room for improvement on that end of the court. Steph Curry has been a standout performer for the Warriors this season. In 47 games, he has averaged 23.4 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 6.1 assists per game. Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry. Copyright Carrie Edmondson Main Images and #169, Carrie Edmondson Main Images. Curry has done what no guard has since Michael Jordan. His shooting efficiency remains impressive, with a field goal percentage of 43.6% and a three-point percentage of 39%. Curry's ability to lead the team and deliver consistent performances has been crucial for the Warriors. Recently, Curry achieved a remarkable milestone by tying Michael Jordan for the most games, with 20-plus points from a guard after turning 35. Steph Curry ties Michael Jordan for the most games with 20-plus PTS by a guard after turning 35. StatMamba shared on X. Steph Curry ties Michael Jordan for the most games with 20-plus. This accomplishment underscores Curry's enduring excellence and his ability to perform at a high level even as he advances in age. His 20-point performance in the 132-108 win over the Kings was proof that he is still very much active and that he hasn't lost his competitive edge despite his age. The Warriors' season has been a mix of highs and lows, but Curry's individual brilliance continues to shine through. As the team looks to improve its standing in the Western Conference, Curry's leadership and scoring prowess will be vital. The challenge of competing against top-tier teams remains, but with Curry at the helm, the Warriors have the potential to make a strong push in the latter part of the season. Hield takes playful jab at ex-Team Kings after Warriors blowout win. 0:00. Warriors guard Buddy Hield speaks to reporters after Golden State's 132-108 win over the Sacramento Kings on Friday at Golden One Center. First-year Warriors sharpshooter Buddy Hield couldn't hide his smile when talking to reporters after Golden State's 132-108 win over the Sacramento Kings on Friday night at Golden One Center. Hield, of course, spent 6 seasons with the Kings and used to call the 916 his home, making any victory over his former employer a pleasant one. He answered respectfully and humorously when asked about beating Sacramento. "I mean, it's basketball, just regular," Hield prefaced. "There's no hard feelings toward Sacramento. This is the business of basketball, and I'm happy where I'm at. I've went to Indiana, Pacers, Philadelphia 76ers, and now Golden State. I'm just happy to have a job in this league. So, it doesn't faze me when I come back to Sacramento. But it's always good to get a win here, and it's always good not to see that beam in the sky tonight." The beam was, in fact, not lit after the Warriors' 24-point victory over the Kings. And that largely was because of Hield's performance. The ninth-year veteran posted 22 points on 8-4-11 shooting and 5-4-8 on three-pointers in 26 minutes off the bench. It was Hield's first 20-point game since December 8, when he scored 27 against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and first at Golden One Center as a member of a road team. In a December episode of Dubs Talk with NBC Sports Bay Area's Dalton Johnson, Hield expressed gratitude for everything the Kings meant to him as an up-and-comer. "There remains a lot of love between the two parties. Sacramento was so great for me," Hield told Johnson. "Even though we didn't win, I feel like just being around those guys, playing and learning each and every day taught us how to win. Even though we didn't get to win, we learned how to win and how hard it is to win in the NBA." With that said, Friday's win tasted good for Hield.